This is the new BMW X7, and for those of you keeping count, you've probably already worked out that this is the largest SUV BMW has ever made.
It sits right at the top end of BMW's lineup, alongside the 7 Series and the recently reborn 8 Series Coupe, and it arrives on sale in Britain next March as a rival for the Mercedes GLS and the Range Rover. It's the largest and heaviest car ever to wear the BMW badge. Against the tape measure, it comes in at just over 5.1 metres long, placing it right between the regular and extended wheelbase versions of the 7 Series. Meanwhile, the X7 tips the scales at just under 2.4 tonnes in its very lightest spec. Previewed in concept form at the Frankfurt Motor Show just over a year ago, the final item wears plenty of the cues previewed on the show car, such as the enormous chrome kidney grille and the right-angled chrome trim on the front apron. It's still an enormous thing with an uncompromised 2-box profile. Side steps underline the doors, while around the back the X7 gets a proper electronically controlled tailgate-style boot as well. It opens up a load bay 725 litres in size, with the third row of seats folded flat.
So here in the cabin things aren't too surprising. It's got the same basic layout as you'll find in the X5, but obviously there's a bit of extra bling given that this is a flagship version. And that's what you see in terms of the material quality, and also this crystalline gear shifter here, and also these streaks of LED ambient lighting. In terms of infotainment technology, this car's got BMW's new iDrive 7 system, and it's presented on two 12.3-inch displays. There's one behind the steering wheel, and there's this large touchscreen right here in the centre, which can also be operated by this rotary dial. iDrive 7's been designed to be a bit more simple to use, and it's got new widgets and new menu layouts, all pared back a lot more compared to iDrive 6.
With that huge boxy profile, space in the back feels pretty vast. This car is the 6-seat variant of the X7, which gets 2 full-size seats in the second row. This is optional, however, and a 3-seat bench will be standard in the UK. All of the seats slide and fold electrically. Go to the very back and you'll find a third row. Again, it's pretty generously proportioned and complete with USB ports, its own climate control zones and large windows, so it feels light and airy back there, and full-size adults won't mind it for too long. In the UK, we'll get 2 trim levels. The car you see here will be badged Design Pure Excellence on the continent, but it'll be the base X7 in Britain. An M Sport version will be perched above it. As for engines, 3 are heading to Britain from launch, 2 diesels and a petrol, all of them sending power to an all-wheel drive system through an 8-speed automatic gearbox. The xDrive 30D model uses a 3-litre turbo diesel straight 6 producing 262 brake horsepower, and it'll be the base engine when the car arrives on sale next year, priced from £72,155. The xDrive 40i, meanwhile, is a turbocharged 6-cylinder petrol option with 335 brake horsepower. At the top of the lineup is an M50D model developed with help from BMW's M division. It sticks with 6 cylinders and produces 395 brake horsepower. A 456 brake horsepower V8 xDrive 50i exists, but it isn't coming to Europe. At present, BMW has no plans to offer a plug-in hybrid X7, but we're told that the adapted X5 platform the X7 uses can accommodate plug-in powertrains, and BMW says they'll think about offering it if they see demand for it. All cars are equipped with an xDrive all-wheel drive system, which BMW says retains a rear drive bias setup. For those intending to take their X7s a bit further off the beaten track, an off-road package with driving modes tailored for a range of surfaces is optional.
So that's nearly everything we can tell you about the new BMW X7 before we get the chance to drive it early next year. However, if you'd like to know more, then click the link in the description and you'll find our full in-depth news story.